Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of New Nights at Freddy's. Um, I, honestly, I did try this, but it's a lot to juggle. Just not quite ready for it yet. So we're gonna try. Yeah, let's give Lure 91 a shot. I think I remember the gist of this from watching other people play it, but we'll see. Okay. Hmm. This is interesting. On the other side, but their efforts were useless. The lights suddenly turned off, but a small light remained in the room, which seemed to come from nowhere. Suddenly, the door closed with a loud crash. The boy tried to open it, but he couldn't. Anyway, his tries were interrupted by one of the girls screaming. A silhouette was behind the window, walking past. It was Freddy. He suddenly stopped, stared at one of the girls. In a fraction of a second, he went through the window and jumped on the girl. There was screaming. None of the children understood what had happened, but they soon realized that the girl Freddy jumped on was lying on the ground. She was dead. Her blood was spreading. The boy and the girl who remained cried and shook with fear. But they didn't get the time to recover from their emotions because the window broke before their eyes. The marionette, one of the mascots of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, was standing on the same side of the window as them. The marionette was what they saw entering the room. It quickly caught the boy with its long arms, which caused him to explode from inside. His blood and organs covered the marionette as well as the ground. The marionette then vanished. But the girl didn't feel more comfortable, however. She knew she was probably going to die. She was scared, overwhelmed by fear. She fell and hit a flashlight. The girl first wondered why it was there. Then she decided to use it to lit the room. Suddenly Freddy appeared again behind the window, and the girl pointed the flashlight at him with fear. He left. She wasn't sure if her flashlight was the reason he left. She tried to call for help, but nobody came. She couldn't even hear anybody outside the room. She waited for hours. Freddy and the marionette kept appearing, but the flashlight seemed to scare them away. After a few long hours, the morning arrived, and a woman entered the room. It was over. The girl survived, at least for now. This incident caused the closure of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. No wonder. It reopened a few years under another name. And as time went on, it took back its previous name, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Holy crap, that is a lot.
Well, hello. return, fine fiddle. If you're here, I guess that means you didn't have any problem with the keys given to you.
Another one. Into the dark. It was 2 years ago. I was working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza as a night cleaner. This night, while I was washing up the tables and shaking the tablecloths as usual, I found something. It was a mechanical part I recognized. I recognized that it was an animatronic piece because I am used to cleaning them. I could not immediately identify which animatronic this piece came from because the object consisted only of a metal frame and circuits. I put it aside to continue my night tasks without wasting too much time. When I had finished cleaning up the dining area, I came to the animatronic. I came to the animatronic checkup. I started with Freddy. Everything was fine, same for Chica and Bonnie, so I wiped them off as usual. But Foxy was not in order like his friends. His left arm was disassembled and lying on the ground, and a piece of it was still missing. I understood that the missing piece excuse me that the missing piece so the missing part was one I had found previously. Well, finding detached animatronics piece didn't happen regularly. Sometimes some children would snatch out a hand or a finger of an animatronic, but this time something was different. I had a bad feeling. I decided to continue my task anyway. After putting Foxy back in place, as I reached the last room I had left to clean, I discovered an animatronic ear. His red complexion made me understand it belonged to Foxy. When I returned to see him, I was petrified of fear because many parts of Foxy were missing. I was sure I saw them when I put Foxy's arm back together before, though. I was so scared I considered the possibility that someone was manipulating with my mind. At that point, my only goal was to run away. I felt my life was in danger. The emptiness and calm that the building emits at night had never been so terrifying. I was so scared that I was physically unable to run. Therefore, I walked, shaking and checking paranoidly all around me. Every moment I stepped back into the entrance hall. Okay, then I stepped back into the entrance hall and saw another part of Foxy's body. Man, I am so bad at reading. I apologize, guys, if you guys are watching. This time, it was one of his feet, which I remembered not seeing on Foxy. I turned on the room light, but for some reason, it went back almost instantly. For half a second. At first, I thought of a short circuit, but I quickly aborted the idea when I realized that the foot was gone. Yeah, why would a short circuit have made it disappear? I stopped thinking and grabbed the front door handle instinctively, willing to exit this nightmare as shortly as possible. I thought everything was going to be alright, so I took out a bunch of keys, watching my rear. A shiver ran down my spine, so I searched for the door key for 2 minutes, but I couldn't manage to find it. So I headed back for the back door because I knew I had the key to open it. When I walked past Foxy's pirate cove, I noticed two things. First, his head was not there. Second, both of his feet were in place. Will the light have put his feet back in place? It didn't make much sense, but I didn't want to understand. I reach the backstage, and near the exit door, I noticed Foxy's head. His eyes are both empty and alive. His eyes, both empty and alive, terrified me. But part of me wanted to verify my theory. I pointed my cell phone light at it. As expected, the light cut out for a moment, and when it turned back on, Foxy's head was gone. I opened the door and escaped the building once and for all. It was the scariest thing I've ever experienced, and I still don't know why I am being paranoid. If someone was playing with my brain, or if what I saw was real.
so I'm here to reassure you regarding your night duty. There is nothing to fear, and I will explain to you what you've got to do precisely. So, this is a horror attraction.
There it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, so just close the vent on Balloon Boy. Got it. Okay, I think I got them all.
Happened some decades ago. I am sure that you know what I'm talking about. No one knows when this building was built. It was pretty old. Some people even think there's some dark history going on here. Doesn't this place look familiar to you? You know, you've already been lured here once. Don't you ever learn from your mistakes? But anyway, it's too late to back down. And that is why I'm here with you. So you're supposed to be alone in here. There is no one else than us. Just you and me. But you might meet something at the door. This thing is just standing in front of you. Then hold your flashlight on until it goes away.
That is accurate. Okay, that's a cool thing with the ears right there.
Charge you. If so, go back as quickly as you can. Yes, but if you don't want to do as I say, that's your problem, not mine. However, trust me, we are the only ones roaming in this building. Do you hear me? No one will save you. Excuse me if everything isn't perfectly set up. I wanted you to be here as soon as possible. I did my best. I'm gonna leave you now. Have a good night.
Yeah, sure. That was kind of creepy. There are his eyes. There's his head. Interesting mechanics. There are a couple different ways that he can charge you. That was one of them. That's the other one. There you go. Okay, let's give that one more shot. I think I can do it. Oh, I'm still missing one. Interesting. I wonder where it is. I assume they're all available tonight. I don't know. But yeah, that death was easy enough to find. Should have checked the extras menu because usually it has a suggestion on flow order. Oh, jeez, it's freaking terrifying. Oh, that's a big one. I think that's where the puppet will appear. That being the ceiling. Creepy foot. Yeah, the fake outs are gonna keep killing me. Those are gonna be tricky to deal with. 3, 4, 5. That's good. That's very good. Okay, let's check out the extras menu, see what there is. Tips, there we go. Springtrap, you can hear his footsteps when he appears in the door. It might be hard to hear him when you're far from it, though. When you go to the door, prepare yourself. If you see him standing, don't run back or else you're dead. Just use your flashlight till it turns off automatically. If you see him moving towards you, go back through the door quickly. He will reset. If you're too slow, he will jump scare you. Even if you keep losing against him, don't worry, you'll soon get used to it. Fair enough. Phantom Freddy. Check to the left and right parts of the window frequently. Turning on your light resets him. If you don't illuminate him for long, he will jump scare you. Don't pay attention to him. You just need to illuminate the window every time you go past it. When you hear him knock, he's about to attack. Phantom Foxy. Under your desk, look for Foxy's part. When you see one, keep your light on until it disappears. If there are more than 4 parts, he will kill you. Phantom Balloon Boy. He will make his way through the vents. Just hold shut. Make him go back. Okay, so that didn't actually give me the information I was hoping for. I'll give it one more shot. But yeah, this is quite a bit trickier than I had assumed it was going to be. I don't actually know exactly how I died last time. I think I just took a second too long on something. Yeah, the skipping is a little finicky in my opinion. I don't know why, I'm just not quite there yet. So it doesn't say anything about the puppet or anything in the ceiling, so I probably don't need to actually check that. That might be what ended up killing me. Jeez, that really scares me. Or that did, like, genuinely scare me. Yeah, I am glad that it says that it resets them, because otherwise I would definitely be scared that it didn't. Something about that ear just looks like it belongs there. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I see why the difficulty rating is so high on this. You gotta be very fast. Yeah, there's probably only going to be one each time I go down there. For this first bit, anyway. But if I'm not finding one, it means that I am not looking in the right places. I don't think that's ever not going to get me. I mean, that one wasn't too bad, but still. Might be the first one this night where he didn't just rush me. There it is. Looks like we're going to start doing twofers now. Maybe that one just took longer than the other ones. Jeez, that one, I almost died there. Fuck. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, man, I made it pretty far that time, actually. Okay, well, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'll record the other episode now. See you guys. Have a nice week.